Good morning, children. Now we have finished section 1 and section 2 of lesson 5. That is how an alien from Mars comes to visit a professor who is an anthropologist. Now he comes to the professor's house and asks him where the restroom is. And the professor's wife shows him the way to the restroom. And even after a long time, the Martian, that is the man from Mars, he is called the Martian. He is not coming out of the bathroom. So they were wondering, the professor, his wife, his daughter and his son were wondering what had happened to the alien or the Martian. Now the professor's son said, I shall climb the bedroom window and down the gutter, and I shall peep into the bathroom to see what is happening there. So when the boy did that, what did he see? He saw that the Martian was lying in the bathtub which was full of water. Only his nose was jutting out. All the other parts of his body was completely in the water, and he was still lying there. Only the nose could be seen. Now the professor's daughter was wondering whether we should call the fire department and ask them to come and save this man from the bathroom. So what the professor do? No, he said, no, we'll wait for some time. We'll wait till the morning. And then the professor sat in front of the bathroom window waiting for the man to come out. Now that is what has happened in section 3. Now we go to section 2. We go to section 3 now. So the long vigil commenced. Vigil means a long period of keeping watch. He was waiting. He was watching for the Martian to come out of the bathroom. The professor's family shared it and he offered no objection. So even the children, his wife, all sat with him in the living room waiting for this man to come out, and he did not tell his children, you all go and sleep. Finally, dawn began to seep from the bedrooms. Dawn began to seep means early morning. The morning sunlight started coming into the bedrooms. When the bulb in the hall had grown quite dim, the professor unfolded his arms. So he was sitting with his arms folded. Can you see in the picture? Yes, and now he unfolded his arms. It was morning now. Just then there was a loud splashing in the bathroom. Just then he heard a splashing, the sound of water in the bathroom. The professor's family looked towards the door. All of them looked towards the bathroom door. The splashing stopped and they heard the Martian moving round. So he could hear, all of them could hear the sound of water coming from the bathroom, and suddenly then the sound of water stopped and they could hear the man moving round the bathroom. Then the door opened and the Martian appeared in the professor's grey pinstripe suit. You remember there was a suit, the professor's suit was hanging in the bathroom. So the Martian came out of the bathroom dressed in the professor's suit. His mouth curled sharply downward in a broad alien smile as he saw the professor. So his mouth curled downward because he was smiling now. Good morning, the Martian said happily. I never slept better in my life, even in my own little wet bed back on Mars. So he is telling good morning. He wished the professor good morning, and he said, I have never slept such a sleep even in my own wet bed back on Mars. That means I had a very good sleep. I slept very soundly here in the bathtub than when I sleep in my own home in Mars. He looked around more closely and his mouth straightened. But where did you all sleep? He asked. So he is looking around all the other people, the wife, the son and the daughter, and he is asking them, but where did you all go and sleep? He asked. Don't tell me you stayed dry all night. You didn't give up your only bed for me. So he is telling, don't tell me that all of you all stayed without sleeping the whole night. You didn't give up your only bed for me. He thought that there was only one bed in the house, and the professor had given that bed to the alien to sleep, or to the Martian to sleep. His mouth curled upward in misery. Misery means in confusion or in pain. "Oh dear," he said, "I am afraid I have made a mistake somehow, yet I don't understand how." So he's a little bit confused now. Now he was wondering, where did all these people go and sleep? They are all sitting here in the room when I came out of the bathroom, and there was only one bed in the room. So where did all these people sleep? He is wondering. So he's telling, "I think I have made a mistake, yet I don't understand. I cannot understand what is this. Before I studied you, I didn't know what your sleeping habits would be. But that question was answered for me. In fact, it looked so reassuringly home-like when I saw those brief TV scenes of your people getting ready for sleep in their little tubs." So what mistake had he made, children? He mistook the bathtub for the bedroom, isn't it? He thought that the bathtub was the bed. So he forgot to study about where these people sleep. He had studied all the other things, the habits of the human beings, before he came to the professor's house. And when on the TV he saw some women going to sleep, he's telling the people getting ready to sleep in their bathtubs, small tubs filled with water. He thought that was the sleeping place. Of course, on Mars, only the fortunate can always be sure of sleeping wet, but here, with your abundance of water, I thought there would be wet beds for all. I am afraid that somewhere I blundered, and so that is what he is thinking. He have made a mistake. He thought that there would be many wet beds for all the people to sleep. He did not know that it was the bathroom, it was the bathtub filled with water to bathe, to take bath, isn't it? But to him, it was the bed fully filled with water. And there on Mars, there was less water than that we get here, isn't it? Here we have abundance of water. So he is feeling happy to sleep in that bathtub which was filled fully with water. I am afraid that somewhere I blundered. Blunder means to make a mistake. No, no, dear chap, the professor managed to say. No, no, dear chap means dear friend. He had been waving his hand in a gentle circle for some time in token that he wanted to interrupt. So the professor kept on waving his hand, asking the Martian to stop talking, saying that the professor wanted to say something to him. Everything is quite all right. It is true we stayed up all night, but please consider that as a watch. An honor guard. Honor guard means a group of people, usually soldiers, who stand in a formation during special occasions to honor someone important. And by George, which we kept to indicate our esteem. So he is telling, no, no, you did not make any mistake. What you did was right. In your home, you sleep in the wet bed. But here, his professor is telling him, we don't sleep in the wet beds. We all have got beds to sleep. But we were all remaining, watching for you to come out of the bathroom. He was an honored guest for them. He has come from a different planet. Yes, he was an alien, and they were keeping watch without sleeping, thinking what has happened to this Martian. So that is why the professor is saying it is a great honor for us. We are honored by your visit to our home. Now page 63, exercise A. Write one word to describe how the professor felt. 1. About the Martian's decision to contact a cultural anthropologist before anyone else on earth. He was excited. The professor was very excited. I have given the words there. Second one, on finding that the Martian's manners were similar to that of humans. The Martian also was very well mannered. He had manners just as the human beings followed. So he was surprised. Third one, when the Martian took a long time in the bathroom, he was worried. The professor was worried. Fourth one, when his son offered to climb the window to check on the Martian. So they did not know what was happening in the bathroom. So when the professor's son told his father, I will climb the window to check what is the Martian is doing in the bathroom, the professor felt relieved, relaxed or happy. He was relieved. And the last one also, when he finally realized what the Martian was doing in the bathroom, that time also he felt relieved. Now B, tick the correct options. First one, the professor's wife was a perceptive hostess as she, 4 options are given there. A, understood what her guest was shyly asking for. B, knew her husband did not understand the guest. C, was quick to give instructions. D, welcomed the Martian warmly. So here first one, A is the answer. Second one, the professor's knocks were measured because A, he wanted to reassure his family. B, he wanted to appear calm. C, it would have disturbed the Martian otherwise. D, he didn't want to create a scene in the house. So B is the answer for the second one. And the third one, the professor did not like his son spying on the Martian because A, he thought it was bad manners. B, it would make the Martian nervous. C, his wife would object to visitors. And D, the Martian would go mad. So the answer also, third one is B. Now I want all of you all to read the lesson well and study all the meanings given there. We'll continue in the next class. Thank you.